You're staring at a screen that won't light up, a message that won't get a reply. It's been hours, maybe days. That familiar knot forms in your stomach. Is it something I said? Did I do something wrong? Most people see this as a personal rejection, a direct hit to the ego. But what if I told you that's exactly what they want you to think? In the complex social matrix we all live in, this isn't just someone being rude. This is a data breach. It's a calculated, deliberate attempt to lower your market value through the weaponization of silence. Welcome to what I call the ghosting glitch. So why does it hurt so much? Let's break down the code. It's not actually the person you miss. It's the closure you're being denied. Your brain is biologically hardwired to despise an open loop. It craves patterns, answers, and conclusions. When you send a message and get nothing back, you're not just left on read. You've been pushed into what I call the pending state. In this state, your brain chemistry literally changes. Your dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, takes a nosedive. Meanwhile, your cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes through the roof. You enter a state of high alert, constantly checking your phone, replaying conversations, searching for the error in your own code. Your subconscious starts to rewrite your perceived value based entirely on someone else's lack of response. You're not hurting because they're gone. You're hurting because you've lost control of the narrative. You've lost the frame. You are no longer the architect of your reality. You've become a subject in theirs. This is where the social trap is set. The matrix is just waiting for you to glitch, to make a mistake. The trap is called the response loop, and most people walk right into it. The moment you double text, the moment you send that dreaded, "Hey, is everything okay?" or "Did I do something wrong?" message, you confirm their power. You validate their dominance. By reacting, you are broadcasting a signal to the system that your emotional stability, your sense of self-worth, is entirely dependent on their validation. You have just voluntarily downgraded yourself from a player in the game to a mere prop in someone else's movie. Your reaction, your anxiety, your need for an answer, that is the very ego boost they were seeking when they decided to ignore you in the first place. You are giving them exactly what they want, fueling their power by diminishing your own. So how do you escape the trap? How do you flip the script? You execute the ghosting glitch. And to do that, you must master the art of strategic indifference. Now, this is the hardest piece of code to write because it requires you to fight your own biology, your own instincts. It requires you to override the panic signals your brain is sending. You must treat their silence not as a personal tragedy, but as a minor, irrelevant bug in the system. A flicker on the screen that means nothing. This means you don't block them. You don't delete their number in a fit of anger. And you certainly don't confront them, demanding an explanation. Why? Because all of those actions are still reactions. They show you're affected. Instead, you do nothing. You simply move on. You continue living your life, focusing on your goals, your friends, your projects. You move on so completely, so thoroughly, that their absence becomes an insignificant detail in the grand architecture of your life. Their silence becomes their problem, not yours. When you don't provide the expected reaction of panic or anger, a powerful phenomenon begins to occur. The status reversal is initiated. This is the part where you reclaim the source code. Their ego, which was being fed by the idea of you waiting, pining, and wondering, suddenly feels a hunger. It's starving for the reaction you never gave. They expected a chaser. They found a ghost. They sent out a signal expecting a response, but all they got back was static. Now the roles are reversed. They are the ones left in the pending state. They start to wonder, wait, why aren't they freaking out? Weren't they into me? Maybe I misread the situation. Their confidence wavers. They begin to question if they were the ones who were actually discarded, the ones who weren't valuable enough to warrant a reaction. Their attempt to control the frame has backfired spectacularly. They tried to make you a subject in their story, but by refusing to play, you've revealed that they were never the main character to begin with. This is how you reclaim your power. This is how you win a game you never even wanted to play by simply refusing to acknowledge it exists. Most people are afraid of the dark. They're afraid of being left alone in the silence. They see it as emptiness, as a void. At Quad Man, we see things differently. We own the silence. We understand that silence isn't a void. It's a canvas. We use it to build, to create, to reinforce our own frame. It's where our greatest strength is forged. If you're tired of being a prop, tired of playing by their rules and reacting to their games, and you're ready to start writing your own code, then hit that subscribe button. Join a community that understands that true power isn't about getting a reply. It's about not needing one. Don't be a prop. Be the architect. I'll see you in the next deep dive into the code.